Also, in the end, your prediction of Cassante was correct, albeit slightly delayed and with a bit of creativity in terms of the champion coming out. Zehen in the jungle, something that's going to be pretty exciting to watch. But
yeah, we might have a fight for Scuttle Crab here as both teams are looking to move in. Razork, no flash, crucially.
Good vision, bit of a disconnect from Lost, but upset as they turn back onto Peyz. Peyz isolated. Aftershock about to fall away, but it's first blood on the top side of the fight is, unsurprisingly, the flashless Xin. A pretty easy target for Na'Vi to punish.
A great play by their...
It's nice to see kind of tangible coach impact, because we know that Go to one...
Na'Vi versus LR, where LR as well, their strategy was just to stack Drakes every single game, but Na'Vi just got the better hand of him and got all 4 Dragons that game, and it's just such a tried and tested strategy and give them no real opportunity to return.
And I think part of the reason it seems pretty easy for Na'Vi to implicate new picks is we see Riot moving in the bottom lane. Does still have access to the ultimate, the Grim Deliverance. Zombie caught out under the tower, but massive damage and loss. But Zombie needs to get out from under the tower. And it looks like he might just go down the barrier. Not enough. I don't know. Zombie understood that he was tanking, but he might just be happy with this trade deal because Riot is going to get right back up. And Upset is sure as hell dead.
Beautiful dive from Na'Vi. They were not done with the bot lane just yet.
Be a little bit embarrassing for the rest of the junglers in the league.
They're looking for a gank in mids.
Poby, quick slide, but back into enemy territory. Flash away from the shockwave is good. Relech on the way in. Dash forward, flash connecting. The stun is massive onto Vladdy. Razork not able to interrupt it. The ulti not in range. Na'Vi.
Oh my god, Paris, I love the flash forward there. Just ulting Vladdy, who has no flash himself, able to take him down. Just the confidence that we're seeing from Na'Vi this game. They're willing to take every single play that they see, and it's working out wonderfully thus far for them.
I mean, they're quickly starting to snowball this game. Relech going for a bit of a skirmish against Razork. He should be fine to get out of this one, though.
Hospital hooking in. Grim Deliverance takes it back to the wall, but Peyz is still committing to the fight. Now Relech is going to return to the fight. They feel confident enough. Poby's coming in. They're going to have the man advantage. Peyz is still alive. Lock into the Iron Solari. All that extra money, making him that much stronger, and it's a double kill for Relech.
I love how the communication...
The worry as well is if he goes topside, then his bot lane just gets dove again. So it's a tough situation for Fnatic, and especially when you're playing this Renekton. Unless you're able to get a huge gold lead, it's so hard to have an individual carry potential as the champion just doesn't scale that well.
And you can even see there.
So just like to think of Renekton and his scaling as how many short-range champions is he against? And speaking of one of those long-range champions...
Poby on the way up. Flash forward from Manger, getting the extra slow coming from the W, and now he's taking down Emperos.
HP, he's now down to 50%. Vladdy is slowly working towards this tower. Maybe if they can secure it first tower of the game at the very least for Fnatic.
This feels like such a big morale loss as wait. We have a TP coming in here, Fnatic.
Peyz using the Eclipse, trying to stay as tanky as possible. Second TP is going to be a little bit late from the side of Na'Vi. Vladdy trying to make the difference. A nice flash over, but he still gets caught!
Wait, I thought it was the Renekton, but the Renekton's still dead.
That was a bad TP.
That was an ambitious TP for sure.
All right, we're going to take it down a notch.
You thought you flashed this one. Nope. Scooped you back in.
Bad he did. Guys, Na'Vi, they're replicating the early game success the last time these two teams faced up against each other. Fnatic, however, really going to need to pull a rabbit out of the hat on this one because...
I mean, do we have those early game stats?
As expected in the regular season, first and first tower, first and first Drake, first and Drake percentage, first and Herald percentage, Fnatic...
They also got a first blood in this game.
Trailing in every metric, and that pattern has continued into playoffs. Best of 3 has not been that moment of revitalization yet, even this is only a single game. These are tough numbers that are being reflected in our first game.
I think a great clickbait title is the Fnatic had 0 first Drakes in the whole regular season. And they didn't get a single Drake yet this game, so they're keeping that record up. As now finally it's the Renekton TPing behind. Let's see if they can do something with it.
TPing in, follow from Upset now to kill Peyz. Poby trying to hold the line underneath the Sun Disc here. Pushback is good, on to 3. Relech now looking to follow. Got to be ready with the Grim Deliverance. Z instantly tries to turn the fight back. Zombie already taking down Upset. 1v1 between Razork and Zombie, but it's Relech versus the world as he wants to keep fighting. The revive not there anymore. They're crucially well timed by Fnatic to find the shutdown. Zombie also not winning out on the 1v1 with the Xin as Razork just keeps going. One more auto on to do it. Zombie praying for a miracle. One more auto. It's still Zombie! Oh my God! With the big one! You misplace him, no matter what kind of lead you have, it's pretty easy for Fnatic to cut you out. That said, control, Odo said it on the analyst desk. That's what he wants to see for Na'Vi. And for the most part, outside of that play, we have seen it as there's a 1v1 topside, but more importantly, the third Drake now picked up. That said, Zombie, Peyz on the top side, completely isolated despite the fact that their team is taking Drake. Bit of a risky gamble. As Upset goes over the wall, he wants redemption. He'll 1-for-1. It's fight night for the 80 carries. His main turret is also going to fall. Na'Vi want to keep fighting for some reason, as Relech and Peyz are desperate to turn this around, keep the numbers in their favor. They're currently down 1. Relech is powerful. Grim Deliverance there, wants to finish off Razor. Doesn't quite hit with the Dark Glaive, needs to follow up. Peyz with an instantaneous pushback could be enough. Shockwave from Vladdy is good, but the damage really isn't there. Soldier sent over the wall. Relech continuing to stack the passive, and it looks like the fight will finally fizzle.
It's a 3-for-3 at the end
Fighting
of it.
over Prio here. Bot wave pushing in the favor of Na'Vi for now, but Fnatic look like they want to force the fight. Mainter caught out, definitely not the ideal tanky target, but if Na'Vi fight into that choke point, the Orianna can have a big effect. They're trying to split Vladdy off from the rest of the team. Relech hasn't been able to get involved though. Peyz heal coming out just to get him out. Fnatic happy to have the poke, did just fist fight their way into the river. First access to the Drake now.
I like this a lot. Just don't care about the vision, rush towards the dragon. They now have control, and here comes the TP.
TP behind. Hook onto Peyz. Fnatic want to turn. Peyz has been locked up. Emperos now trying to follow. Relech wants to make the difference as Lost gets lower and lower. Main turn to the entire team. Razork zoned away. Razork down. The Dragon still standing as Emperos tries to make the difference, but he's been forced back. Peyz to pick up the kill. Relech still standing. The revive coming in. Na'Vi devastating Fnatic in the fight as they set their sights on the soul.
And Relech does so much damage in the back lines there and buys so much time with the revive.
Even using the shockwave, which is the most surprising thing to me. Like, I felt like there were opportunities.
Dire straits for Fnatic.
But a super clean game overall for Na'Vi.
Again, credit to Na'Vi for not getting too caught up trying to force their way in initially on that play. Because, as you highlighted, Vladdy was in a great spot for the shockwave. If they had tried to force through that choke point, they might have lost. They waited, they took the time for the TP, and now well rewarded for it. Not looking to make the same mistakes the last time we saw these two teams play, even if they did maybe fumble around the top side a little bit earlier. That has really...
Na'Vi can just continue playing it slow, letting the Nash do the work for them. They can get this bot inhib, and then look to recall and play mid and top.
Flashes also
They
not...
eliminate the game plan for Fnatic moving forward, or do they double down and instead say, no, we just executed poorly game 1, we just need to run it back?
You already know they're doubling down. Come on, it's Fnatic.
Seems like that's probably the call, as the ulti's going to come out. Grim Deliverance is a grim escape here for Relech. Nice to be unstoppable in that moment. Now, as this entire Na'Vi lineup is... Look, we're running out of things to say, so thank God they're going to start fighting, because this should just be the final push for Na'Vi. It is best of 3, though. Maybe they don't want to take any risks. Tutorial style.
It's best of 3, so they don't want to win too fast. Oh, as a fight happens here.
Hold that thought, as Razork now going to the backline. Nice shockwave to follow with the solar flare on top. Stops any potential follow-up for the jungle top of Fnatic. In the meantime, Upset's been entirely split away from the team. He just can't even auto-attack. It's a double kill for Relech. Mainter has isolated somebody else. I didn't even see who, and frankly, it doesn't matter. Na'Vi in game 1. 11K ahead from start to finish. They have been dominant here. Fnatic sent packing, sent back to the drawing board for game 2 as Na'Vi on the road to a quick 2-0.
And Na'Vi, they got all 4 Drakes.
Might have changed that one for the resume, by the way. Jax Plank's a hell of a name, but it doesn't always spell success in the pro scene. That said, Emperos' Renekton is impressive. We'll see what the Jax can do.
Na'Vi are continuing just their consistency at controlling this objective. That's all Ahri players complain about. You just need a little bit more AP and you can one-shot the caster minions.
Well, Relech has been caught out. The Pantheon has come online. They go golden to give themselves an extra moment, but it just gives time for Lospa to go in. Peyz not going to connect on the stun. The exhaust is down into Relech, but he's still managing to connect the Qs for a little bit of extra healing. Peyz forced to dash away. A Genji logo appears, and down go Na'Vi. Peyz on the way out. Razork debating, but a nice pick from the side of Fnatic.
And Fnatic finally making use of those globals with the Talia ulti. They're able to take down Relech despite anything.
Relech hovered around the bot side jungle when Razork
probably demolish, get those plates down, and he was not taking the recall to match Mainter. So Mainter loses a lot, but Razork might have been done.
He's done. Upset now on the way. Wall coming in. Peyz already used the portal. Critically, has to flash away himself. The fight just keeps on going. Zombie is winning here. An excellent stun. Relech going over the wall. That A-truck hitting like a truck. Peyz on the way in, dashing in just in time. Trying to find the extra charm. An extra dash, reset. Flick back from Vladdy is good to buy a bit more time for the carry duo of Fnatic, but it is a bloodbath on the bottom side.
and
GP buffs.
It's like 10 more AP. It'll be completely fine. First tower in the top lane goes to Fnatic.
Look for the TP to complete. Hits the perfect charm. Emperos, though, has the shield. Love that change for top laners. Samdi, good ult to chunk Razork and Lospa. Also going to keep the fight going on to Mayntor. Mayntor able to sidestep the knockback. Empros in the pit. Razor doesn't have flash to get over, so that's Infernal Drake to the side of Na'Vi. Empros is just going to leave. Spectator
to that space. They're so reliant on lostber getting an engage that if they don't find it, there's nothing they can do.
And Na'Vi held the space well, but that looks so
Well,
awful.
that is not possible. I would say that's a terrible trade for Fnatic, but
yeah,
it might be the only option. Is Mayntor just wants to clear the wave here.
Mayntor is like, I wonder if Odoamne is getting like memories of his time. Oh, hang on a minute.
It's not Maokai, so I don't think Odoamne is there yet. But Samdi has been caught out, crucially lost, but going through, not just barely, not enough damage. The hot Coco coming in to keep Samdi standing, but Relapse is going to be forced to flash away as Paris going to move through, with the portal and escape. Na'Vi barely holding onto their lives. So that's a big advantage for Fnatic.
I mean, it feels tragic though for Fnatic. You really wanted to be able to pick up a kill. You do get the flash from Samdi and Relech, but it was so close. If Epset just was a little bit further ahead, had a little bit more damage, it could have been 2 kills and been a whole different fate for Fnatic. Is now
tower disabled. Charm goes a little bit wide. Fancy footwork coming in from Vladdy as the tower comes back online. Na'Vi realizes there's not much of a play here, but one more dash from Poby should be enough. However, the unraveled earth, Poby! We wanted to see more, and he's giving it to us. They will turn it into a 2-for-1, but Vladdy, it's just a hand stiff.
Vladdy is back, baby. He's able to take the outplay and take down 2. Samdi crucially sniping him with the ultimate, as the action might not be over just yet. lostber looking for Samdi here.
Runs with the punt. Knocks it back. Upset's very low. But Emperos is here. They have a man advantage, and that's often all you need in League. It's only 2 members of Na'Vi, so they will retreat.
Control the amount of damage they have is something that you cannot afford to underestimate.
So that's part of the power of Na'Vi's game plan, as we just have another fight.
Vladdy stunned up. Paris, can he find the stun? Not quite. Poby finds the charm, and Razor blocks a lot of the initial damage with the Aegis Assault, but no longer has that cooldown. Might need to get to melee range just to get a Sundered Sky proc, and he does. Mayntor wants to keep the fight going. Lostber with the Unbreakable Wills. Poby's forced to pop the ult. TP on the way top. It's a full-on fist fight, but Mayntor got knocked back under tower, and there's nowhere for him to go. A good pick for Fnatic. A minute until the Drake.
A huge overforce from Na'Vi. They were really committed to finding this pick, and they're just not able to find it. And the Baron is alive. That is very low health targets on the side of Na'Vi. Fnatic, though, don't want to...
And Na'Vi are there, but they're a little late to the party. It's Fnatic with first setup. Poby waiting over the wall. Relech trying to poke with the Infernal Change. Mayntor getting chunked out. Lostber uses his full combo. They flick back Relech. It's a good start. The Charm again going wide for Poby, but a massive chunk of healing for Relech. It looks like the Thunder Sky is able to proc. Upset continuing to throw down so much damage, and he's basically untouched.
Oh, these
health
HP.
bars in the favor of Na'Vi now as they turn it back as Vladdy gets poked. It's the 3-man knockup. It's Infernal Soul, and it's all going to hell for Fnatic.
It's Dragon for Na'Vi when you fight them at this objective.
I mean, Na'Vi and Dragons, it's a match made in heaven as they pick up that...
Something I talked about in draft was Ezreal and how he can be a difference maker. And you saw how in the longer the fight goes, if you're landing Qs, that damage sticks. And credit to Sam D, that man is an artist in his ability to land those Qs in that fight and just chip away at Fnatic's HP. Because Upset did his absolute best.
No. There was probably 15 autos in that fight, which is more than most AD carries ever managed to get. It just wasn't enough damage. Just wasn't able to shred through the front line. And you highlighted it so well too, Jack. With ulti, if you do not one-shot Relech, they burn all their CC trying to kill him. That single auto heals him up 800 HP, and all of your CC has just been spent ineffectively.
Yeah. I mean, that's why
the poke is unrelenting. It's a scary thing to do.
Ulti through the portal. Managed to clip him.
Paris has had a great Bard game. Like his use of the portals, his ulti that he got in the last fight.
He whiffed 2 of the Qs in the earlier stages of the game.
Fine.
But the rest has been pretty flawless. And once again, they're doing the math problem on if they can kill Relech. For now, the answer is no, but maybe they've got the damage this time around. Nope, it's more healing.
Fnatic, look at the chase here. Upset dashing over the wall, gets the slow on through Relech.
Stunned. Emperos moving in. Can't get in range for the counter-strike, though, crucially. Vladdy going over the wall, looking to lock up Samdi. He's out of mana. The Qs stop when you run out of mana, but he's shut down for Fnatic. Breathing.
Dodges the charm, so he's able to get out. And then Relech goes low, but with the Thunder Sky, with the ultimate, we have another play. Vladdy is in trouble.
Vladdy's out of mana. Flash from Poby. Foxfire for movement speed. Wall for movement speed. Oh, the Bard's going to finish the job. Oh, Paris trying to hold the tower. Looks like they're willing to concede the Elder to just try and end the game, but we got recalls from Fnatic. Fnatic don't like their odds here as Mayntor is still in the area trying to disrupt them as best as he can.
I mean, Na'Vi called their bluff. They said it's 20 seconds to Elder Dragon. You guys are grouping too early.
Poby hoping to find a flank over the wall. Does catch Razor with the charm before the Aegis Assault can come out, so a bit of health that'll be missing as we go into the fight.
Good damage. Any damage you can find. The poke damage is really, really valuable. Might as well getting this red buff will heal him a bit, but there's Sam D with the Qs.
Going in, Lost, but once again, burning a CC on Major, definitely not ideal, but he just can't get into the squishy members of the team.
Look at this setup. Like, they have no vision. They look for picks. How do they approach?
Extra damage. Wall goes down, zoning them away. Na'Vi
Dragon's
content
gone.
to let their jungler just keep going. I mean, it's going to take a while. They have soul, but they don't care. They'll just try to fight 4v5 if they have to. Peyz coming back on the wall. Emperor's praying to find the angle. Razork's in, but the ulti is short, and Sam D! Oh, he's just shooting fish in a barrel. Essence Flux, followed by the Arcane Shift. Vladdy now caught out. Oh, a long time. The Decimating Smash going in. Emperor wants to turn it, but the Elder is not there. Fnatic managed to steal it in the meantime. Excuse me.
And Na'Vi have kited them, they've outplayed them. Fnatic are falling by the wayside. And Na'Vi will look to end this game with LoLEsports taking down Upset as well. It's a 2-0 for Na'Vi up against Fnatic.
Systematic control. Na'Vi get the Elder. Na'Vi get the fight. Na'Vi get everything.
Dominating performance, a 2-0 to kick off their playoffs to continue their journey in the upper bracket.
Yeah. In Zhao. Like, you love Mundo into Xin as a matchup. And I think having the range advantage on Jace, admittedly, my expertise on Jace versus Zehen is very limited, so I might be...
I think for Mirwin and for Nako, the Jace a confident pick, but right now it's Jojo Pune caught out. He's not able to stop Linsis, who's just gone exactly where he wanted
here. I mean, I think Jojo just dies?
Money.
Yeah, he just...
Oh my goodness.
That has to be a scouting thing. They have seen that Jojo has just walked into that bush, so they knew the timing.
But when it was first used, I felt like it was a bit disingenuous.
No.
It was many years ago, admittedly. In any case,
not so good spacing, unconcerned.
He's
a lot
concerned.
of healing coming in. No, he's ulted. He's managed to portal out as well. So Yo-Yo's getting chunked, forced to ult just to stop the next rocket from coming in and finishing the job. But now Alvaro's the one who's going to be in trouble. Flash forward, manages to get the Q onto 3. Fletchy goes in and manages to get a kill back in return. Linsis looks like he's set to fall. Supa's going to be able to grab the kill, but Humanoid has arrived. Pushback connecting onto Supa. Vitality looking to turn it into a 2-for-1.
MCoy end up falling short. It's not engaged.
Item quite yet. And again, I think respect to Alvaro for trying to go for a play there, recognizes, as any Arian player will know, is absolutely peak, but also the scaling health feels excellent as we've got a bit of a catch in the mid lane. Fletchy completely caught out. Instantaneous ulti to finish the job coming in from Elyoya. Nice recognition of a pick opportunity there
Yeah,
for MCoy.
we've glimpsed of what they've been so good at in the past.
And what I really like about that play is that it opens up Jojo to roam just like this, to shut down now Nako.
Hoping for an extra plate, the Grim Deliverance. Now
Although he
speeding off as he form swaps. Mirwin's running to catch the next wave.
Is he really out? He's just going to walk through tower like this?
Blast Cone connects the W, goes over the wall, flash, Blast Cone. Oh, no, Hex Flash. He's dead. He's surely, okay, they got him. It took a while, but they chased him down, they killed him. Good pick from MCoy, a bit delayed there, but Mirwin doesn't shift his focus, just goes right into the next wave, starts hitting it, wants to crash that into the tower, and now Vitality trying to make the response play on the bottom side, zoning Supa off a wave of Fauna.
Vitality are getting quite a bit in the cross map. Humanoid got 2 plates on mid, Carsey getting plates on both, and Humanoid in on mid lane, already getting Jojo's flash here. Oh, dodges out on that W.
And that's the second time he's made that exact play where he sidesteps the follow-up shove, holds onto his own flash, and gets Jojo's flash just for the cost of the Emperor's Divide as Carsey walking into Supa. Barrier there. But that's a completed Trinity Force, and that's not a spike you want to trade against.
Shuffling the Talia again once he has that up is nice. I think it's really all about that Tempered Fate from Fleshy. I think that's the target that you want to look for in the next team fight. Just look to Bard ulti at Jojo, as you might even look for it right now.
Fleshy on the way down, going forward, trying to get the initial slow from the passive. Doesn't even need to use the ultimate up here, but Humanoid
Stunned himself.
stunned himself. Miscalculated there, but Fletchy's going to land the stun. Linsis is going to grab the kill, and again, we're just seeing Jojo just get run down.
And normally I would say, but yeah, love the improvement from him, but right now it's all about top lane, as Koi is looking for another play.
Right as you try to make a point, Betty. The Caster Curse Classic, Alvaro going to get things kicked off. An initial exhaust going down on the Linsis. It looked like Knockham's there. He's using his ulti to heal. Tempered Fate is there to stop the fall. David. Jojo Pune now coming over the wall. Carsey going in. He gets flicked back, but not into the minefield. Pushback comes in from Humanoid, who still has the ulti. Flash forward. 3-man pulverize is there from Alvaro. Supa in the midst of the entire fight, and he's starting to take over. Humanoid untouched for now, manages to turn it back. uses the flashy save from before, now needs to shift back over the wall. Mirwin pulls him back with a dark glaive as Linces keeps the chase going down onto Elyoya. Humanoid taken down finally. MKOI keeping the extended fight in their favor. Mirwin finally showing up alongside Elyoya to bring home the fight.
It's an absolute mess, but MKOI are the
focus
king.
goes on to Linces at the start, but now Vitality's trapped in this choke point. Everyone gets involved in the skirmish. Jojo dies first. A 3-man knockup from Alvaro to set up for the rest of his team to follow through. Sets up for a beautiful fight from Koi, but the action's not over yet.
Arzi? Oh, Elyoya's got nowhere to go. They just pop him. Second Drake set in the sights of Vitality just as we sing MKOI's praises. The fumble comes through and Vitality grabs yet another objective.
And gentlemen, this is delivering already for me. I wasn't sure who was coming in as the favorite into this best of 3, but I expected chaos and I expected action. And both of these teams, 7-7 in kills, 16.5 minutes in. We got a bloodbath.
And I'm still not sure who I think is the favorite. So this game is going back and forth.
They're just 1v1ing.
Super just
Fleshy on the way in, though.
death.
That's a fast bar. Super doesn't have anywhere to go. He's forced to ult. Oh, his fate tempered.
Has he got him? Rocket?
Yeah, I agree with this.
But he didn't know there was going to be a Jace in the North Pole, lining him up under the targeting laser with drones to strike him down.
Here's the good news. Hey, Mirwin got a top tower. He's got a 1.3k gold lead over Knock-Knocko.
And Knock-Knocko wanted to lay down the gauntlet. He beat him last time. The question was, would he do it again? Humanoid wanted to try the same trick again. This time it did not work, and Jojo Pune punishing him as the ulti goes wide, but the health trade still favoring Humanoid. Guys, it's not stopping. You said you heard the song in your head for Fnatic, and you just got to keep fighting. I hear it now. Joey Valance and Bray, let's start a fight. Cue it up, listen to it. I cannot. The main lyric is let's start a fight, and that's the story of this game.
Well, right now, it looks like things are going to calm down a little bit. Herald looks to be uncontested. There's a hand pushed back deep on the top side of the map. Talia does have HP. For some reason in my head, Jojo lost a bunch of his HP.
I think he recalled, ready?
Yeah, that's what I think. But then he's still missing like a quarter of it.
Yeah, but sometimes you do that where you leave base but not full HP.
Okay.
Well, Yoya here losing some HP.
Let's see how many more times we can say HP as humanoids.
Losing HP. Push back. HP getting lower. Alvaro taking even more of his HP, hitting him with the CC, and Elyoya is going to finish the job. A nice knockback on the crescent guard as Knock-Knocko tries to find the flanking angle, but MKOI retreat well. Mirwin in the midst of the entire team, and Supa finds the extended range on the slow there, but MKOI don't really have any more tools to continue pushing in.
There's not even an objective, and we're just 5-man fighting here. Humanoid ends up going down. Elyoya is going to pick up that blue buff as well off the top of it. And they're going to get the bot crab, so quite a bit of gold here for MKOI.
I really used it, and I was like, weren't they the ones making the play? I felt like there was no need for them, but I don't remember. Dragons, as you just highlighted, in favor of Vitality, but I'm thinking about scaling. Naturally, Azir, Corki, good range, good poke.
See how much damage is coming through here.
MKOI have to drop this. Supa used the ultimate and got chunked. And Alvaro looking to base as well. They do have the TP on Alvaro, but I really think it's a mistake to try to fight this dragon without Yunar ultimate. But it looks like they want to try to go for it.
TP in. Mirwin spotted out on the flank. Humanoid going for the pushback, trying to kill him before the passing can come up, and it looks like they're going to get the job done. He's CC immune. The extra healing now coming in. Buys an extra second there. That's the tempered fate. Mirwin now dashing out.
It's a disaster tempered fate that saves Mirwin. And Humanoid ends up falling, and now the Drake looks to be favored for MKOI as Vitality still want to look to fight at 45.
Vitality already sent a Herald into the mid lane. A lot of pressure onto the tier 2 tower. If MKOI loses this fight, they're going to lose a lot more in the follow-up.
Mirwin's going to TP behind them.
Jojo Pune waiting. Alvaro trying to find an angle onto Linces. Ulti coming through. Flashy now trying to retreat, and it looks like Linces might just get taken out. The ulti finally pops in the extended fight, though they've already lost Alvaro. Supa continuing to auto, but doesn't quite have the ultimate yet. 8 seconds and ticking down before he'll be able to unleash his power. 9 seconds on Humanoid before he get back up. A flash out from Linces to keep him safe. MKOI secure the objective. Vitality know their time is up in this fight, and they need to get away. Mirwin ready, presumably with the pullback, but doesn't want to waste it as Knock-Knocko off on the side. A
TP,
another stun onto Elyoya. The extended fight starting to favor Vitality. Knock-Knocko ready to turn things around. He's pushed Mirwin back. That's the ignite coming through. Vitality playing with their food, taking their sweet time.
Oh my god, Vitality are just playing with them. They're kiting them so damn well. Knock-Knocko on the side with Carsey as well, just playing the absolute
He'll at least be able to get a plate. Knock-Knocko feeling reinvigorated after that.
Knock-Knocko wants to fight.
Giant bag of money dropped into his pocket in the previous fight. Continuing to trade with Mirwin. Mirwin's still really powerful at one point. He's landed everything. Fleshy makes some gold. Knock-Knocko is gonna go back in. Fleshy's also coming. Poor MKOI. They keep thinking they have 1v1s, and there keep being 3 members of Vitality. Mirwin good healing. but it's just not nearly enough. Knock up mid-flight. Lens is gonna grab the kill.
It just keeps getting kited. This Sawhand can't get the damage off, and he can't get in range of the crucial carries.
I like the cross map though from Koi, trying to get something back at the very least. Gold will be secured, closing that.
Baron Nashor in 1 minute 30. That's really what MKoi need to find a better fight around. And you can see it in this game. The poke from Vitality is just so
That's true.
Fair play. All right, Humanoid. I mean, objective proof of his development. Can the same be said for Mirwin? The TP
Double
collapse
TPs into
through.
the bottom lane. Mirwin thought he had an angle, and Knocko also here. Mirwin getting chunked out. Just nothing that he can do. Now JoJo's caught in the midst of the team. Supa is on the way into Carzzy, but JoJo might be dead by the time he gets there. Supa's going to try and grab one, but I don't think he can take all three. Just gets popped. It's a shutdown for Supa, but they lose 2 in the exchange.
Carzzy
Can
pops.
achieve this year in MKoi, but it starts right now as we start to get back into game. What they can do. And casters, you can take it away.
Like 5 seconds of gameplay, and this time they killed everyone.
I feel like we need a replay.
We're going to need a replay. We were a little bit slow on the hot drop there. We thought we were taking it slow, dropping 6 houses. We went school.
It's very funny how the same situation played out, but it's a completely different result. I mean, you see here, it's the same thing. Like, this is before the Chrono break, and this is when we come back into game again, where Mirwin has flashed or ulted away. Oh, was that the difference that he just ulted out?
No, the difference is
live.
JoJo arrives immediately. So that Mirwin, no information as of yet, and here we go. 50% HP.
Once this flash can just go over the wall, unstoppable courtesy of the passive, a portal set up there. 3K, they're trying to pull away from it. They want to hold it at 3K, try to bait them in. JoJo looking for the flick onto Knocknocko. It's going to connect it. Knocknocko, big chunk coming out, but Elyoyo is going to start to get burned down. Tempered Fate buying a bit more time. Melissa steps into position to body block. Alvaro over the wall, and it's Supa. All season starts to open up. Humanoid off on the side looking to 1v1 Mirwin. Don't know how this one's going to work out. CC immune now is Mirwin. Extra healing coming in. Humanoid fighting up a bit more than he could do. Does get the 1-for-1 in the end, but now it's Fleshy who's going to fall, and MKoi who turned right back to the objective. No flash on Linces. Still has access to the smite, however.
How different this game is turning out. Off the back of the Chrono break, Koi have the numbers advantage around this Baron. No flash available on Linces means that to get in range of the smite still is not going to happen. Koi, just like that, they've won the fight. They're securing the Baron, and the game has equalized.
And Koi complete.
Well, regardless, he's right. You got to survive through it. MKoi starting to even things up, looking to grab a second Drake for themselves. Vitality still can get some control of the mid lane, but it's Mirwin waiting in the darkness, hoping, fishing for a flank as Alvaro gets the fight kicked off into Linces, takes away the passive, dares him to come try to retrieve the canister as Elyoyo locked up by the ultimate. Mirwin off to the side, but the Dragon already getting taken down. Good flick back means an instantaneous kill onto Humanoid. Mirwin off on the side, 1v1ing versus Knocknocko. CC immune now as Knocknocko tries to get the hell out. Goes back over the wall, flashes away. A nice kill, gets tricky with it, but now Supa is here to turn it back and to get a kill of his own. Meanwhile, Alvaro in the midst of 3 as Elyoyo tries to keep fighting, but the stun still connects. Carzzy now running. Flash, flick back coming through as well. Elyoyo again finding another. JoJo the one to finish it.
It's turning into chaos as scraps happen across the rift, but Koi end up victorious. 3 kills for 2. They get themselves another Dragon, and with the Baron buff at their back, they're looking to break open this mid tower. Supa had to go back to base to catch that top wave that was building up. But it's Koi that has swung this game in their favor.
And that synergy, that's
only a small gold lead. Not able to get more. Chemtech in 3 minutes. It'd be Soul for Vitality, Soul point for MKoi, but Vitality need to be careful. Play a bit defensive here. They don't have a lot of control over their lanes. Mirwin forcing in the bottom wave. Boy, slowly retreating from Vitality's jungle, but it looks like Vitality might want another fight. Tempered Fate connects onto Elyoyo. They're trying to burn through Alvaro. JoJo Pune laying down another Weaver's Wall. The flick is going to connect onto Linces, who gets pulled back by Mirwin. They're just in time. Fleshy, no flash remaining after the previous play. Knocknocko waiting off the side. Fleshy dropping. Knocknocko hoping to fish for a shock blast, but the fight already very much favoring MKoi. It's 2 members down on the side of Vitality.
It was a stomp for Vitality, a 6K gold lead.
I'm trying to get that poke we mentioned before.
Yeah, Vitality should just try to hold Nash Vision here.
Oh, Alvaro uses Ghost after being slowed to avoid the Bard ultimate. He's able to get away to safety.
Supa is going to take the Drake in isolation, so now only a single taking their time. But now MKoi know that they need to get things started. 8K, objective getting lower and lower. JoJo Pune on the way in, Elyoyo on the way in, the objective secured, the portal out to safety. MKoi to try and collapse instantly. This is a hand in the midst of the entire team. Lince is trying to get pulled away, but Lince is doing a heck of a lot of damage back in return. Humanoid getting chunked out. Supa taking over the fight. They got the Baron, but they've already lost one. MKoi want more, but it's Vitality who walk away with the objective.
And Vitality, through patience, are able to pick up the Nash there. They poke Supa
Still
down.
have to be incredibly careful. While the Baron does put them in a favorable position, we know what Supa can do. If he's left unanswered in a fight, confident enough to even just walk up, go for the cheeky auto onto Humanoid, taking a decent chunk of HP as a potential pick in the mid lane. Fleshy, can he find the angle? Catches him on the wall. Jojo, a good flash away. Hits the flick back onto Fleshy, and that might make all the difference. Fleshy caught out and taken down, stymieing the Baron advantage and giving yet another kill over to Supa.
That is all the difference.
Mirwin spotted on the sweeper means the Vitality will at least get a bit of vision down, but they have to be so careful about face checking.
I mean, there is death in that rush. You have to know, okay, there's the blue trinket. The spot said death out.
It's just hitting one, and again, it's soul for either side. Sis gets the combo. Flick back connecting onto him as well. Just barely has time to push the ult, and that might be it. Elyoya force back as well. Weaver's wall to split the team. MKOI immediately pull away and are going to look to start the Drake. The Weaver's wall buying them a couple extra seconds to deny the initial setup. Poke from Vitality, not landing yet. Linces this time around isn't going to have access to the ultimate. Pull back on the Humanoid is good. Grim Deliverance from Mirwin, taking a lot of health in the back line, but he doesn't want to commit any further, and it might cost him his life because he doesn't get the passive. Flick back again, connecting on the Knock-Knock-Go. Jojo Pune popping off in these fights, but again, they cannot finish the kill. Carzzy still living out here, trying to make the difference in Jojo Pune as well. The GA for Supa is massive. It's a triple for him. Vitality leaving before he can pick up the Penta, but they'll grab the soul.
And then scrap.
Yeah, past level 16, I guess the cooldown's low enough that he doesn't feel like he needs it. Yes. Powered autos as Mirwin finds the initial catch. Good bit of poke. CC immune now as he dives in, but forced to flash away a bit over eager.
So tense. I mean, the Baron is alive in 5 seconds. Let's look at what was used. Carzzy still has all the summoners. Humanoid had to flash away, so did Mirwin. There's a flash not available for Supa given the last fight. GA, I mean, that's just been solved by Supa. He's gone for more damage. Makes a lot of sense. Baron is alive, but it's Vitality that gain position. They're able to push out the mid wave and they move into the top river. TP from behind.
TP from behind. Could be big, not spotted quite yet. Taking their time, combo in. Mirwin on the flank. Fleshy looking for an angle to retreat. Elyoya going in onto Linces. Knock-Knock-Go flashing over the wall. Auto attacking the blue. Definitely not what he wanted to be doing. As Linces is now running, but Knock-Knock-Go is still living for an extra second. Flash out from Linces. Humanoid, no flash of his own. Has to be careful playing on the front line. Mirwin chunked, but they get the passive. A 2-minute cooldown. Something small to maybe give them a bit more help.
But you see the power of the Vitality team comp. They have such good kiting that they're able to survive the TP flank. But look at the summoners. Flash from Knock-Knock-Go burn. Linces, Humanoid. I mean,
It's all
five
gone, and they're all
flashes
gone.
are gone. And MKOI are starting up the Nashers. They see the blood in the water and they want to pounce.
Blick doesn't connect. Just draws the passive, but Humanoid hits like a truck. Temper Fate goes a little bit wide.
But the poke is back. The thing is that fight was too extended. Koi stuck around. They need to wait for their cooldowns to find an initiation, because in the extended fight, it's Vitality's poke that wins out. Supa will heal back up.
TP there for Jojo. Supa will be full health. Well highlighted. Unbreakable will there. Flash is not. Locket also available for MKOI. A small difference, but it could be the one that matters. Fleshy pulled out of position. Elyoya going all in on the Humanoid. Gets the Emperor's Divide. Chunked. That's the GA gone. That could be the jungler dead if they have the immediate follow-up. Pushed back by the wall. They can't get over. They can't get into the ulti. Good wall. Good heads-up play from Jojo. Combined with the Crescent Guard keeps him standing.
But there has to be a Baron, no? Like, surely you just start this. The jungler has no HP, even with the Chem Soul. It's not going to be enough. That's going to be an objective secured. They have the bar to get out of there as well. That's going to be a Baron for Vitality. This game, no one will give an in. It does help provide those resistances when you're very low on HP.
Carzzy?
Whoa!
Flash in. W3, Carzzy!
He's dead! The Elder's
focus down Elder.
I mean, the one saving grace for Vitality is MKOI are just getting
in the bottom brush. Knock-Knock-Go a bit too far forward. Forced to flash early on in the fight. Now trying to turn things back. Tenford bait stops the carries for a couple seconds. That could be big from Fleshy. The fight continuing to go. Humanoid going with all the Sand Soldiers really hasn't got any damage down yet, but Knock-Knock-Go starting with the poke, connecting onto Supa. Vitality forcing their way into mid lane. The flick back just barely not going to connect on the Linces, and now his passive is up and Baron is on the table.
Okay, so a couple ultis were used, but I think that Koi is still in a position to fight. Look at Alvaro, keep a track of the flank. TP comes back in for Knock-Knock-Go.
Valk out, they know he has no flash. Flash forward from Jojo, good side step from Carzzy, but it doesn't look like he's safe. Look what he does, 1-for-1. And in the meantime, the Baron is just getting completely shredded. Alvaro's trying to make the difference. 3K, Supa in the pit. The Linces is there, Linces has the smite. Mirwin's taking down Knock-Knock-Go in the meantime. MKOI winning the fight overall. They got the Baron. Blast code in, Human Humanoid trying to get something back, but they managed to take him down. They lose the objective, but they might have just won the game.
Flashy blast code Humanoid into the arms of Koi. I think the game's going to end off that. That's their wave play dead for 70 seconds. They got the Baron, but was it worth it? Koi have 4 members. Super is still alive.
One man, 30 meeps in a dream. And a Mundo.
And Lince is a flesh. He needs to pull out a miracle here. They need to try to clear this wave. They do have the Baron Nashor, but Lince is with the ultimate.
Tempering the fate. Needs to stall them for 36 more seconds. LoLEsports continuing to run in on the Lince. Lince is doing a bit of damage back.
They are slowing them down, but...
This game is over, but a part of me doesn't believe it. Fleshy trying to clear the wave as best he can. Gives his life to clear a little bit more. MKoi will end it here. It might have taken 55 minutes. It might have taken a chrono break and some heroic flicks. But MKoi get there in the end. That is game 1. Just game 1 in this best of 3.
Oh my god, what a banger between these. Really want to shut down this Jinx, make sure that she's not scaling up. And I think if they can put Carzzy behind, the rest of Vitality don't really have enough firepower.
I mean, I like...
season, it's like second Raptors, always.
Right.
That's where junglers look to make their mark. And also crab fights, as the hook does
Goes
land.
wide, immediately goes on the Carzzy, getting the flash and the cleanse. But if they can turn this back into a kill, it's going to be big. Initial reset should go down for Carzzy. That's first blood. He's getting excited, but he got excited right into a trap. So.
Jack highlighted earlier, you're seeing it paying dividends right now. Full control over the brush.
Just because they can't, Betty, doesn't mean that they won't. As the fight is now kicking off, Lince ulting and miss the entire team, taking over to level 6 just in time. Humanoid going to find the initial charge, but JoJo's still ready for a fight. Ulti going to connect into Carzzy. They get the cleanse out. Lince goes down. Vitality lose their jungler and walk away.
I mean, Lince flashes there and gets the
I'd
assume
crab.
that Lince will try to at least get 1 or 2 grubs here.
Yeah, he should. The only scary thing, of course, is maybe the Cassio goes and interrupts, but it looks like JoJo's not particularly...
You should know that's Nico. It's like, have you seen what wolves sometimes do?
Lince.
Hold that thought, Jack. We'll get back to it. Flash away from Supa's nice 90 caliber net as well. Really good escape. Alvaro using the ult to display the follow-up, but now he's been locked up on the trap. Now Yoyo's in the midst of the entire team. They've taken down Alvaro. Carzzy's getting excited. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for the side of MKoi, but the damage from Supa is real, and it might just be enough. Lince is going in. He's
Oh my god!
Yoyo grabbing another 90 caliber net, looking for one more auto, but it's the spear to finish the job. A double kill for MKoi.
Nah, Supa's way too clean. He's doing... He doesn't have to listen to you,
He
mate.
does not have to listen to me.
You said you played this champion?
I-
keep asking for 10 AP, bro. LoLEsports caught in the Thunderdome, but he really likes the Thunderdome, and I don't know if Lince is feeling too good about that particular Cataclysm. Supa going to 90 caliber net over the wall, now trying to chase down the J4 as Humanoid's in trouble. The gaze going wide, but it's Fleshy who will drop. MKoi grabbing 1.
It's another random engage from Lince there that doesn't end up really resulting into anything from Vitality. They're forced to back off, and MKoi can just chase them down. Supa having so much damage in these team fights. Oh.
Alvaro's just going to keep walking. Yoyo's on the way in. You're not
Bro,
quite going to connect.
This is the Mad Max Pantheon skin, okay?
It's appropriate.
He wants to be in that arena.
Silver
and
spray paint in the face.
That's
Witness
what I'm
me.
saying. LoLEsports is all about these fights. He's got 100% KP so far. He's ready to go toe-to-toe against Lince, and he's making it work as JoJo is looking for humanoids.
The Fleshy is on the way. Now trying to backstep. Does he still have a minion wave? Well, yeah, it's there just in time, as is the tower dropping. So, well played. They do force the flash out. Now trying to zone away. Rocket goes towards the Drake. Carzzy almost got the steal, but MKoi get it in the end.
JoJo's pressure there.
Flashed, so couldn't have flashed, but...
His movement is good this game, though.
I mean, it's been clean. Remember that it started a little bit grim. Carzzy getting that early kill, we were concerned, but Supa able to back, get that BF sword, do so much more damage in that fight where Vitality stuck around a little bit too long, and it's really MKoi punishing Vitality. It feels like it's been most of the story of this game.
MKOi's looking to punish Vitality again. They've got easy access into this Herald. They want to go for the fight. They have the Ornn ult ready.
Ulti to the backside. Carzzy locked up. He already burnt his cleanse. Long range Ornn ulti is going to find the initial knock as well as Fleshy's already been taken down. Humanoid now running, but the Rift Herald has fallen in favor of Vitality, and now they're just looking to escape. So
Worth? I mean, 1 kill for Herald. Doesn't feel the worst for Vitality, but...
I mean,
recognizing Lince could keep that play going.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, it's a flanking
Nako
Caitlyn.
again thinking he has a 1v1, but the Ornn Horn has been called, and the Caitlyn is here to do the damage. The knockup over the wall, the flash for the auto, the 90 caliber net, and 1 more to seal the deal. Supa gets the kill.
And you're seeing
they're just going to pay. It's going to cost them like 400 gold to start this objective.
They'll have to tank it.
McCoy TPing in a little bit late. Alvaro using the clone to phase check. Fleshy connecting onto Alvaro's big to kick the initial fight off. Nice equalizer across the entire team. Zelyoya has been caught out. Alvaro tries to follow, but only catches one. The reset finally coming there for Cars, and he might be able to turn it back. Jojo Pune running miasma on the ground. The flash forward. They're going to connect, but they don't find the initial stun. Jojo Pune about to fall. Linz is trying to finish one more kill. Carzy desperate to get excited, but it looks like it's all going to heck. Carzy not able to get the kill. Supa doing damage, and it's MCoy to finish it.
Oh my god, it's absolute chaos here, but MCoy keep coming out on top. Carzy was so and doesn't do enough damage to kill Jojo, so Carzy doesn't get excited, and then he flashes in. It's too little too late, and MCoy cleaned the fight.
I think it's a situation where if he flashed a little earlier, maybe it could be a different situation. Alvaro now caught out, Charm will connect, he's going to drop, so Vitality gets something back. But what a close fight. At the end of the day, though, it was Supa that walked away with a quadra kill. His positioning meant that he did not fall. 7-0-4 on the Caitlyn, 100% kill participation, 3 items completed. He's working towards the 4th, but Vitality is saying, screw that, we're going Baron.
I think they know they have to flip it. They're desperate, but they don't want to give any more angles of attack for MCoy. They don't want to risk another fight, so they're going to bet it all on a Hail Mary. 7K getting lower. Now Humanoid going in to try to finish it, but the Charm only going to connect onto Ornn, only going to connect onto Mirwin, and now they don't like the play, but it looks like MCoy are going to want to keep this one going. 6K on the Baron has not reset yet. MCoy debating. They can keep the objective going if they want, but they've got low mana bars. Health bars starting to dwindle. They're down for the 50-50. They're down to flip that coin, or will they just let it reset? Linz is in. Linz wants to keep it going. It's a little bit psychotic. It's equalizer across the top. That was absolutely not the play, but he did not have vision. He thought they were going to keep going. They backed away, and their patience pays off.
Linz tries to steal the Nash because he has no vision, as you said, Dracos, but it's too early. They haven't brought down the Nash. It's patience from MCoy that secures them the Nash, and now Knock-Knocko's in trouble as well.
Ornn ulti there. Knock up onto Knock-Knocko. Wants to flash over, but does not have the time, is taken down. The gold lead just
doing exactly what it needs to do. The carry's in the right position. And another
optimization by him. It's now 3 dragons, 9,000 gold. I mean, MCoy, they're in the driver's seat right now, but Vitality are a team, they're creative. They're able to find windows where others aren't. As Humanoid, don't tell Yoya.
He's just going to leap in. Happy to keep the health going. Alvaro's waiting off to the side. Humanoid almost dies just for attempting the pick.
Yeah, I thought Linz fumbled his combo, but I think he actually only threw out the Q. I guess he recognized this wasn't a fight that they could afford to take. Koi going to use that opportunity to secure this bot tower. Knock-Knocko will at the very least get something back, but it's not going to be a huge amount. That tower is going to start getting chipped away at. Koi are not slowing this game down.
And we were waiting for 3 items for Carzy, maybe even 4, but it's already 4 items for Supa. Just doesn't seem like there's going to be time for Vitality to scale up to get the items on their carries that they need as MCoy continued this endless siege.
MCoy already got the bot inhib, incredibly fast siege here by them. And still 40 seconds left of this Nash. They can look to play one more mid-wave here to try to break down one more inhibitor. And this is the power of that Caitlyn. 8-0 on Supa this game. An absolute menace in the siege, in the team fights, as he dashes forward and does half of Carzy's HP.
Yeah, credit to Supa really rallying after that game 1. Obviously finished the game strong, as you mentioned earlier, Jack, but the start was rough. Found redemption in the laning phase this time around, punishing Vitality for overstepping as Linsis gonna get chunked here. Oh my god. He'll live, just barely.
But now with Linsis chunked, they have a mid-wave. They're gonna choose to back off instead with no Baron Nashor.
What it does do is it'll help you do more burst.
That's true.
That is just objectively true. Whether or not it's more
Supa's
valuable
just
than something else.
standing over the wall.
Yeah, a classic Caitlyn.
I mean, Vitality just can't contest. They're gonna have to drop this Nashor. Carzy wants to try to get the rocket, but won't be able to get it in time. Supa now level 17, 347 CS at 30 minutes.
I mean,
that's the person they need to kill if they're going to come back in this game.
Clean, calculated, well-controlled, excellent demonstration of patience from Koi. And this is the Koi that we were hoping to see coming into playoffs. Game 1 was definitely a scrap. They fought their way back. But here in Game 2, Vitality are rapidly running out of options.
That they are. MCoy looking to break open the last 2 inhibitors. The last inhibitor tower is going to fall pretty effortlessly.
Vitality needs a Hail Mary play onto Supa.
Is going to go in, immediately going to die. The equalizer does very little damage as knock now goes in, but taking the zombies against Caitlyn means you're going to die too because the trap is already placed down. And in the meantime, Jojo Pune's killing everybody he wants to. Humanoid trying to style on him, trying to get a little tricky with it, but by the time Alvaro arrives, Penta's going to come through! What a way to end it for Supa. 13-0-4, only missed participating in a single kill. From start to finish, a story of dominance for MKOI in this game too as they move on in the upper bracket.
And boys, I said it.